Hello YouTubers and welcome to Mud Max Metal Detecting. Right, here we go with the comparison video of the XP Deus and the Golden Mask 1+UK. Now I will say straight off the bat that some Deus users are not going to like our choices of programs. But the fact is there's too many programs out there. So I've taken a classic, shallow, fast program in the hot and I've taken the preset deep. There is a little bit of stuff with the sonar, a little bit of playing around, but not much. There simply isn't the time to go through everything. The deep program is 8 kilohertz, I believe, and the hot program is 18. So you have got two different frequencies there and two different power levels, two programs designed for different types of hunts. The thing with any detector that gives you options, though, is you can only use any one at any time anyway. So I hope you enjoy this. It's just a few target tests. You'll see the video's quite long. If we'd carried on doing other stuff, it would have gone on forever. So apologies if your kind of testing or what you wanted to see isn't in this video, but you can only do so much. The draw for the bags, that's going to be in a separate video because this was getting too long and I didn't want to drag it out any further. So I'm going to do that a little bit later on. Okay folks, hope you enjoy this. There's some nice feedback on the tones over targets of both machines as well. So even if you're not worried too much about the comparison of the two machines, I think there's some good feedback, bearing in mind you know what's under the ground. Some good feedback on how the two machines behave and how they sound. Right, let's get stuck in.
Okay, so we're down. I don't know if you can see that little red marker there, but it's in line. That might even be just over a foot, actually. Could be just over a foot. We have checked this hole. There is no iron in this area, guaranteed. Damon, if you want to drop the crotal bell down there. Okay, start covering her up with ice, please. That's it. We're going to get it all over the top. Pack in the top sod. And then we'll see how we get on with the two machines. Okay, we're going to try the deep program. Off you go, Damon. Oh, that's a two-way signal. Yeah. It is. Yeah, I would. It's a slightly desperate one, but it's there, and you would dig it. So it has registered. Deep program has got it out. Well, it's called deep for a reason, I suppose. That's a crotal bell at 12 inches. Yeah. Okay, we've got the Golden Mask now, and we're running it on the edge. So if you can hear that, it's warbling. It's warbling because it's on 9. That's how a lot of people run it. It is on the warble. Damon, can you get it? Choppy, almost two-way, and it's kind of choppy, isn't it? Really, but it is getting it. Would you say that's as good as the deep on the Deus? It's hard to say, isn't it? They both kind of. Yeah, I think you've got to dig that. If you're an optimistic detectorist, just drop that back to 8. Just enough to take the chatter out. So there. It's not really made a difference, is it? It's just gone down a little bit on the sensitivity, just so the machine's a bit calmer. And it's the same. It's kind of a one-way, isn't it? It's what you'd call a one-way signal, that. But if you're really going for it,
still got the iron tone.
Got the iron tone, but then it's a crotal bell. If it's got an iron P, it's a mixture of metals, so that makes that a very difficult target, especially at depth. Oh, it's two-way and a bit better now. Just then, it just kind of picked it up a bit better for some strange reason. Okay, so yeah, that's 12 inches on a crotal bell. Both machines have struggled, but it's a mixed metal object. They've both struggled, but they both have given enough that you would. On an optimistic day, you'd have a go, but only just. Yeah. Right, let's get a big coin and put it down the same depth. Nah, because it's the same hole. Right, so we've got the same hole. There it is. This is a copper penny, King George V. So a nice big slab of copper. Down she goes, Damon. Now we're not going to bother measuring this because we know it's about a foot deep, and it's the same for both machines, and it's the same hole that we just took the crotal bell out of. So we know what it is. So in she goes, and let's just see. I'm interested to see what happens here because obviously crotal bells do normally give a nice target, but at extreme depth, with you know, if it is the INP, I don't know. This ground is dry as well, folks. You've got to remember as well, we'd probably get a slightly bit better result in the winter when there's more moisture in the ground. It is quite dry. So let's see how we get on then with that copper penny. See, just on the 9, the machine is warbling ever so slightly, but that is kind of how you run these machines if you want the best depth. Yeah. You would have to dig that. There's a slight iron tinge, but anybody that knows these machines knows that you dig that. Yeah, it's a two-way signal. It's a faint two-way signal, but through headphones as well, you're gonna get that. Yeah, that's a win, that's a win. Let's try the Deus. Okay, so we're starting with the hot program again, moving in over the target. No, not really. Just sounds like a load of chattery feedback, doesn't it? Okay, so if you want to scroll down to deep. That's it. Yeah, it's a bit choppy, but it's... Do you know what? I would say it's the same as the GM. They're both... That's got it. It's not a pure target, is it?
No.
But then it is deep.
It is.
But it's a digger. It is a digger.
Oh yeah, I'd dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd dig that all day long.
Okay, roll her up. Let's have a look at sonar. Let's go through. Sonar's quite a popular one at the minute. Oh, it wisps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Quite irony. I think that one depends on the kind of detectorist you are. It is getting it. Nowhere near as good as deep, I don't think. Okay, so we've got 2 targets now that we're going to put at about 8 inches. There you go. The first one, you can see it in the bag there, that's a King John hammered. So that's a medieval hammered coin, quite small, 8 inches. Bottom of the hole, please, Damo. Okay, so we're going to fill that over. Oh, excuse the mic lead. We're going to fill that over, and then we're going to see how the 2 machines get on. Okay. Okay, and we're rolling. No problem.
Straight on it.
Straight on it. It's not a perfect signal, but it's... I mean, you'd be mad not to dig that, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, crazy.
You got to dig that. What you got your sensitivity set at?
In the 9.
Yeah, on the 9. So... And that's dry soil. That's impressive. That is impressive. Okay, we're starting with hot again. Oh, there's actually a number there, isn't there? We got a 98, 97. It is a squeak. Do you know what? With headphones on, you're going to dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you in agreement?
I would, yeah.
I'm impressed. I had a feeling the hot program would not get that. Now the numbers are a bit kind of, might say quite high iron, but that sound, that's the classic faint target. hot program. Now, as you move around, it struggles a bit more at certain angles, doesn't it? But no. Got it. No, it's got it. Fair play. Hot program's got it. Right, let's scroll down to deep. We're on the deep.
Oh yeah, straight on it.
Wow. That's a powerful signal.
Yeah, that is a... No two questions about that one, is there?
No, there's no question about that. That is a dead stop in your truck. I'm impressed with that. I think we... Yeah, the line's going mad. See, the line's not pure, but then I wouldn't expect it to be. I think that's a bit of a win for the Deus on that one.
Yeah,
that was kick-ass. I don't think we need to do any more than those two on that one.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think the others. I think if Hot's going to get it,
yeah.
Then and we've done the deep, so the ones in the middle are going to get it, and we don't want to make the video too long. Yeah, 8 inches on a hammered coin in dry soil. Deus in deep picks it up very, very well. Very faint on the Hot program, but you'd expect that, and that's why you have to listen very hard with the Hot program. But out here, in a place where you haven't got a lot of iron, why would you run a Hot program when you can run a deep program and get a signal like that? That is a little Roman, I think it's a denarii. Beautiful little coin, absolute stunning, one of my favourite finds. 8 inches again, exactly the same as the hammered. There she goes, sitting down there. Cover her over, and we'll grab both machines. See how they get on. This is a little bit thicker than the hammered. Not a lot, but it's not a chunky Roman by any means, but it is slightly thicker than the hammered. And obviously it's probably some, I would imagine, a different silver content. Obviously they're quite a few centuries apart. Right, let's get the machine. Should we start with the GM1 again?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, let's start with the 1+UK. I might as well keep running actually, because it's only over there, look. So there you go. We'll keep this one going so people don't think we're cheating. Whoop. Yep. It's a bit choppy, isn't it? Mind you, that is 8 inches. I mean, that's no, that is a small silver Roman coin. But
It's a definite dig there.
it's a definite dig. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It's two-way. Absolutely no problem with that. That is a dig all day. So we're going to go back to the Hot, are we? We'll start with the Hot program again, which that surprised me with the King John actually, how well it picked it up. Okay. It doesn't like that as much as the hammered, does it?
No.
This is 18 kilohertz. Standard Hot program. No, it does not like that. That is not as good.
No.
That is not as good as the hammered. Not sure why. Okay, let's try deep. Okay. Yeah. All day long. It's slightly chopped.
It is, isn't it?
But it's there, isn't it? I mean, there's no doubt about it. Let's try the sonar. Okay, I know sonar's another popular program with a lot of people. Let's go up to sonar. Okay, let's try the sonar. Oh, it's desperate. It's very irony, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, that's desperate.
You
That just-
possibly wouldn't dig that, would
Now,
you?
that sounds like deep iron to me all day long. Stick it in my two-tone high. Just pop it up again. This is my custom. This is based on GMP. Just try that. Close. It just goes to show that platform, the deep platform, the way it's set up. People keep messing about with programs and stuff. But the deep, just put it back in the deep again. Let's just make that point. That's one I made. That is quite a deep program. And with the sonar, you know, people talk about it, but nowhere near as good. The deep. Does what it says on the tin. Now, I don't know if that's any better or worse than the GM1 Plus. I think with both machines you're digging it.
Yeah, you still dig that,
Yeah, so I think you're going to get it out of the ground with either, aren't you?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
No loss there.
No loss there, no. Right. I think it's time to try some targets with some iron in the hole as well. Yeah. Contaminated targets. Yeah. Let's do that. So what we got there then? About 6 inches? Yep. Yeah, I'd say 6, maybe 6.5. So we'll start off then, pop that little hammer in. And just pat him down a bit in position. A bit more over to one side of the hole, please, mate. That's it, because you want a bit of room now. That little tiny nail, that's it. Put him in as well, but let's make sure there's a gap. That's it. So they're fairly close to each other, as you can see. But you've probably got, what, 2 to 3 inches apart there? So there's a hammy there, and there's an old nail. Okay, throw the earth over, my friend. So basically you've got a really good target and a rusty old nail in the hole together, 6 inches down. And we'll just see how they get on with those. Right. Popping all the other bits and bobs out the way. Grabbing the golden mask. Now this is one where you're going to have to walk around a bit because obviously angles are going to make a difference. Well, it likes that angle. Impressive.
Very impressive.
That's very impressive. There's a buzz. There's a little bit of buzz.
It knows that iron.
Yeah, there's a little bit. It knows the iron's there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But there's no way you wouldn't dig that. Right, so as usual, we're going to start with the hot program. Now, this should be the hot program. There it is. This should be the hot program's bread and butter, really. Yep. Yeah. Full tones. So with full tones, that's what they call a kind of like a mid-tone. All the way around. Sorry about the lead, folks. Doesn't like it a little bit at that angle, but... Yeah. You getting any numbers? No.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, we got an 84 there. 84 just popped up, and then it goes blank. But that's pretty typical of the Deus, to be honest. You don't really go by the numbers anyway. Yeah, that's a classic hot signal. Right, let's try deep. So that's classic hot, really. You get that kind of squelchy mid-tone, but there's no way you wouldn't have dug that. Right, deep. Okay, let's go around. Absolutely killing it. This is why you only really need the hot program in heavy iron infested areas. Even with that little bit of nail next to it. There's no way it's overpowering that little coin. Okay, so this is a big bit of iron. That is a chunky bit of iron. That's what would you say that is? 4 inches long?
Yeah, it's got to be in it.
Yeah, it's got a bit of width to it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so put it on one side of the hole, that's it. And we'll try and give the little hammer right over the other side of the hole. That's it. So they've got a good few inches between them, but that is going to be a test. So you want to drop the earth on that gently so the bags don't move. Just make sure we keep that distance. But now you're talking about a nice big chunky piece of iron in the hole. Close to a hammered coin. Same level, obviously. We're not going to different depths for this. But we'll see how they get on. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start with the golden mask. I'm now over the target. That's really picking them both up, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of... See, this is your analog tone, as I understand metal detectors. There's a lot of high tone in there and a lot of grunt. Just go back a little bit, round the way you were. That's it, now go over it there. See, that's a bad angle, because you've got the length. You've got the length of the iron there, so you've got the full length of the iron. But as you come round... That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely a chunk of iron there.
Now, you use the golden mask all the time now, Damon. Are you digging that?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you're digging
I
it.
tend to span around a target most of the time anyway.
Yeah. So just put it that angle that you're at again now. Just go around a little bit more. I just want to make that clear. There. Now you're really seeing the length of the iron on the core, and that's struggling because of the position. So as you say, you walk around, and in comes the high tone. Yeah. Very good. Very good. But obviously it's a contaminated signal. You know, there's no doubt about it. There's a lot of contamination in that, isn't there? I mean, you can really hear.
I mean, you still dig it to see what it was.
Yeah, because it's not pure iron.
Yeah.
So it's not pure iron. The analog, there's something coming through. A lot of the time, that's going to be big iron, where it's on the edge of falling the machine, and you accept that.
Yeah.
But they're the ones you have to go after.
Part of the parcel of it.
Part and parcel of it, yeah. Right, let's get the Deus, see how it gets on. Hot again. Here we go. It's an uglier signal. What numbers you got? 90s?
Yeah, 90, 91, 92.
91, 92 on the numbers. Yeah, it's very scratchy, but then you'd expect that for a big bit of iron. Exactly the same as the GM look. You go to that position there, and you've lost it. That's pure iron now, isn't it? Yeah, and it's gone to 0, 0. Come round. Two machines are pretty much doing the same thing, aren't they?
Back up to 90.
Yeah, but it is an ugly signal. And then round again to you're reading the whole piece of iron, and again it's struggling. Right, let's try deep. Okay. Numbers are going everywhere. That's really picking up that. Well, it's not numbers. Ah, that's got it. No problem. That's probably the best one of the lot. And round, yeah, reading the whole of the iron.
So 1 and 2, numbers at 1 and 2.
It's almost a carbon copy of the GM, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would say personally, though, when you're at the other angle, I'll probably just give that to the Deus on the deep, because it's a cleaner signal, isn't it? That is really clean. Just got a slight iron tinge to it, but that is clean. But there's not a lot in it, is there? Not a lot at all.
No, that's close.
Very close. Right, what we're doing now is we're going to put a coin. If you need to take it out of the bag, mate, take it out of the bag, because we'll find it. Right, what we're doing is we're putting a coin slap bang in the middle. That's the hammered again. And we're going to open this bag, and we've got 3 paper clips. And we're going to put them around the target. So that's it, one there. That's slightly higher than the target, which is good. And that's it, different angles and things. So we've got it surrounded. Come out, you're surrounded. So we're going to see what happens now. 3 paper clips, kind of. I've tried these paper clips and they come out as pure iron. So we're going to put the detector over those and see if it can pick it out in the middle of those objects trying to put it off. Oh, struggling. But there's a little high in there, isn't there? Yeah, that is struggling, but that's a lot of small bits of iron surrounding a target, one of which is slightly higher than the target. There is something there. It's not pure iron.
Yeah. I'd dig that.
You'd dig that?
Yeah.
You would?
I would dig that.
You've been using this machine for a while now, so just that little bit of something you'd want to know.
It's not pure iron tone.
It's not a pure iron, yeah. So, I think this is the story of detectors, folks. I don't think it really matters which one you've got. Yeah, something's trying to come through. Oh, there you go. Just get at the right position there, and now the hammer's winning all day. Again with everyone's favourite, the hot programme. It doesn't like that, does it? No. That's pure iron tone. Just go around the other way again and get in the position you were in where the golden mask hit it best, and just work it like that and see if that... We'll give it every chance. Okay, so now there's something there. It's wispy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's wispy. But there was something there. Right, so far for me, the GM's winning that, and that's the hot programme. So let's put it in deep. Because I've got a theory here, you know, that just the extra power lifts the good conductor. Got it there. That's two-way. It's struggling though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is struggling. Ah, that's got it. Yeah, I think you really do have to be the right way round with this. That's got it.
Exactly like the golden mask.
Yeah, exactly like the golden mask. Exactly the same, isn't it? But deep is better than the... Even though it's around iron... Even though it's around iron... The deep programme is definitely giving a clearer indication. And it's matching the golden mask.
So when you come off the back of that coil... Because if you come off at the front...
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So I'm standing the other way around, but the actual position to the target's the same as it was with the GM.
Numbers don't quite match that up.
No. Well, we've got it on the squiggly screen, which is dancing everywhere. But then again, this is why you don't trust any screen, really. It's all about the tone. And you're digging that all day long. Old tape measure, what we got there? 3. Just take it to the side wall a bit. So we... Yeah, I'd say it's about 3, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd say that, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's about 3. Okay, so what we'll do is drop the hammered coin in the middle again. That's it. And then just put the paper clips around it. 1, 2, 3. Different angles. Let's have one a bit closer as well. Put one on the edge of that packet. That's it. So, can you see that, folks? Let's come in a little bit. You can see that there. So you've got 1, 2, 3 paper clips in the hole as well, and one is quite close. It's actually on the packet. So just gently drop some dirt on so we don't disturb them and we keep them as they are. In fact, you can just put the top of the sod on now, can't you? There we go. Let's just see how the machines get on with that, and then we'll do some coins on edge to finish off. Let's try the golden mask. Yeah. All day long. Round you go. Whoa. There you go. So just hold it there for a sec. That's really picking up that paper clip close to the target now, isn't it? But there is still a tiny bit there. All depends on your angle. Yep. let me ask you a question for a second. Now, I suppose the other thing about that as well is, if you're going over a target at a certain angle, and you get that strong iron, you're probably going to carry on walking and just go, oh, iron, and move on, aren't you? Because we all would. So, with any target like that, maybe you should always walk around in a circle, just to check that it is only iron and nothing else. Well, let's get the Deus and see how it gets on. There it is. Hot program likes that one. Keep going round. Doesn't like it there, neither did the GM. Again, that's pure iron, isn't it? So if you're not prepared to walk round it, no, doesn't like it there. Really doesn't like it there. And she's back. Look at those numbers, they're all over the place. But again, this is why, what do numbers matter?
Yeah, they don't really.
What do numbers matter?
No. I wouldn't go by numbers.
How can you go by numbers? We know there's a hammered coin there.
Yeah.
And look what that was doing. Those numbers were all over the show because they're trying to read different conductors all around each other. They mean nothing, do they? I mean, absolutely
If you're
nothing.
going by numbers only, you'd walk away from that.
You could quite easily go, oh, look at that, it's all over the place, jumping everywhere. Right, it's probably going to be rubbish. It's not rubbish. We know it's a hammered coin surrounded by paper clips. Right, let's try the deep. I'm really intrigued to see what happens here now. We're on the deep. Really intrigued. Just picks it out. Struggling at certain angles again, just like the GM. Oh. Absolute nails it there, doesn't it? And that's probably the cleanest target, I would say, of any. Didn't like it round there. Back on it. Oh, that's pure as you like, isn't it? Absolutely pure. Just put the coil further over a bit. That's it. Yeah, now it's hitting the other ones a bit more. Wow. Do you know, I would actually say I think the GM hits it a bit better at more angles, but get it right, and the deep program is a cleaner target.
Yeah. It's, like you said, you take time to walk around it.
Yeah, you take your time to walk around it. But actually, I think the GM was better as you moved around. Mm-hmm. It still lost it here and there, but not as much as the Deus did. Yeah. But when you got it right with the deep, that's it. It was the best target of the lot. It was fantastic. Yeah. So really, swings and roundabouts, but so little in it, so little to report, isn't there? Yeah. Just try the sonar. Just try the sonar for a minute, because that's another one that's supposed to be good around, trash and junk and rubbish and. You see now it's shallow. The sonar likes it.
Solid. It was solid 62.
Solid numbers. Yeah, going off it exactly the same. See, this is why I don't honestly think the sonar's a really deep program. Sure, when you got headphones on, they're all going to be a bit deeper when you got headphones on. But that, yeah.
Struggling that side again.
I do love that lovely high tone, but you can do that with any program. You could do that with the deep. Okay, we've got about 4 inches depth on the hole, and we're going to put a jeton, which is a fairly thin target. It's quite a nice size one. We'll do this with a Roman on its side at 4 inches as well. But we'll start off with a jeton. So just tuck that in the oith on its side. That's it. So that's sitting up now. All the machine's going to see is the edge of that target, gently bently, so it stays as it is. So we've got it's a good size jeton, but it's a thin coin. It's a nice flat disc when it's laying flat, but it ain't much when it's on its side. So we'll see how the two machines get on with this. Okay, the golden mask comes in first. Four inches. Not enough of a test for it, is it? So yeah, see how far you can come off the floor. Down a bit. Yes, about 3 inches off the floor. Struggles a bit more at that angle. It's getting easy, isn't it? It's too easy. All right, let's have a quick go with the Deus. Okay, so once again we start with hot. Yep. Struggling a bit more at that angle, I would say. No problem there, though. Oh, doesn't like it there at all, does it?
That's lengthways, that coin.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's all about the angle.
you wouldn't see that at all.
No. This is 18 kilohertz, folks. Now, in theory, the new X35 coil with 30 kilohertz should make that better. But I hope so, because the golden mask wins that one. It is okay at certain angles, but it loses it more.
It's because the coin's laying like that.
Yeah. Try the deep program. Extra power. Stick it in deep. Right, let's see. Oh. Right, we're putting it in deep. We had to turn off for a minute then because a fire engine or an ambulance went flying by and suddenly we got deafened. It's the same as before. Got it that way. Yeah. Okay, so we've got that little Roman silver denarius again. Little tiny little thing. And we're going to stick it in on edge. As we said before, it's about a 4-inch hole, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you're sticking it in on edge, you're talking really about sort of like, yeah, down like that. That's about 4 inches for the whole coin. And it is right on edge. Okay, gently covering her up. And this should be a bit more of a test. Both machines really, well, on deep with the Deus. Both machines didn't really have a problem with the jeton. Even though it was on edge, it's still obviously there was enough conductivity because of the size of it, I think. But this little old Roman silver, 4 inches on edge, let's see what we get. Okay, GM first again. Round we go. Absolutely no problem. Yeah, when you come over, then that's off of it, isn't it? You really want the centre of the coil. It's got to be right over the hole to be given a fair chance. Is there any angle, keep that right over it, is there any angle it doesn't like it? Not really. That's not bad, is it?
No.
That's not bad, that's not too shabby. Okay, chirpy, chattery, hot. Yep, squeaky, but it's there. That's what the hot should sound like, full tones. Trying to get closer to Damon so you can hear them now because I haven't got the microphone. Doesn't like it there, does it? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, keep coming round. Yeah, that's classic hot program. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. Try the deep.
Okay, so there we go. You must make of that what you will. And that's all I'm going to say, really. We didn't set out to make any machine look better than the other. And to be quite honest, I don't think we did that. The two machines have their advantages. The GM1+ UK, you pick it up, you go. It performs very, very well. You set it up, you really don't do a lot to it. And as you saw in the tests, it holds its own. And I do love those analog tones. With the Deus, of course, there's a lot more you can play around with, and you simply can't show it all in a video like this. This was just some simple comparisons. Obviously with the Deus now, you've got the more advanced coils as well. You can get more powerful coils for the GM. You can get a different frequency range now for the Deus. So there's still some swings and roundabouts out there, but I just wanted to take two machines, very different machines, put them over a few targets and just see what happened. And that is quite honestly what happened. Hope you enjoyed it. The draw video, as I said at the start, I believe, the draw video is going to be in another video now because this was getting rather long. So until then, good luck, happy hunting, and I will see you soon.